welcome to Midnight Slumber. I am your host, Zach Miller. Join me as we take a journey through the alternate realities that take place after midnight. As I was recording the stories for this episode, a theme emerged. In each story, one of my dogs is present. One that has passed and one that is my current pet now. I know I love my dogs dearly and I care for them, and they care for me. They are truly my best friend. So in this first story, it is about how my dog tries to protect me and my girlfriend when things take a strange and dangerous turn. The story is called Spider Town. The orange sky is dancing its nightly tune as it slowly fades to its dark purple. It's a late evening as my girlfriend and I are driving our way home. We are traveling through some hilly paved roads which don't allow us to see what's up ahead. These dark gray roads suddenly turn to dirt as we get closer to the top. Winding through these hills, we come to a stop as we can no longer go any further. Not because the road has stopped, but because there is a gated entrance to a town in front of us. The gate is massive, made of thick black iron that spans across the road into the hills. The only way to continue is through an opening on the side, just big enough to walk through. I would try to open the gate, but I see that it is chained shut. We exit my car, taking our dog with us. Walking up to the iron door, we can see that the town looks funny, but it's slightly obscured by the bushes up ahead, which these bushes are gray in color. I swing the door open with ease, and we wander in past the gates. Passing these gray bushes, I realize that the town is gray too. There is no color at all. Things that normally should have color don't. Only the grass and starry night sky have barely any color to them. The grass is a very muted green, and the night sky has a slight purple hue to it. In this town, there are many buildings, alternating between homes and shops. Only a few feet separate each building, and some even look to be a mix of a home and a shop. They are all different in size, but have a similar style to them. The roofs are sharp, and sections of the building are round like a lighthouse. Each building even has one part that is completely circular with windows, and it makes it look like a face. Each one is at a slightly different angle due to the uneven ground, which also makes walking very difficult. It feels like I'm trying to walk on top of moving water. As we pass by the first couple of houses, we notice some people outside. They are smiling, enjoying their everyday lives. An older couple walks towards us and waves. We wave back, but are stunned at how they look. Everyone in this town is gray. All of them are completely void of color. Not even their clothing has any form or signs of color to it. Heck, shadows don't even seem to exist here. It's night out, but clearly there are no need for lights. I managed to collect my thoughts and ask the couple how to unlock the gate. We want to continue on. They smile at me with a big friendly smile and say, "We must speak to the mayor." They point towards a building just a few blocks up that's in the middle of the town. Before we can turn and thank them, they stroll away happily, almost skipping. As we continue onward, I feel my dog begin to drag me forward. My girlfriend notices what cute shops they have and wants to go in. However, we cannot stop as our dog keeps pulling me towards the mayor's building. I try to stop my dog, but it's of no use. Tell my girlfriend we will just have to come back later. Each of the shopkeepers smiles and waves at us. They seem to be unnaturally friendly. Their smiles are becoming unnerving in my opinion. All of them look at us as if they are expecting something, waving at us robotically as if they won't stop. As we get to the mayor's building, some of the people begin to change. Colors start to form on them. As I'm watching these people change, the doors to the mayor's building burst open and out comes a giant, colorful spider. The spider is about the size of a pickup truck and is brightly colored in green and purple spots. I look back at some of the people and they are turning into spiders too. Not quite as big, but still the size of a person. We are startled and start to run towards the building in hopes that the mayor inside can protect us. However, as we approach, out comes their mayor. And guess what? He's a giant spider as well. The mayor is brightly colored in yellow and blue amongst the gray, hairy exterior that is his body. The mayor is also sporting a very thick and gray mustache just above his fangs. How nice. He is also wearing a black and red top hat along with a black and red vest with some gold interlaced as well. A very spiffy spider, I might add. The sight of this terrifies my dog, and he bolts, dragging both of us past the spider people. Surprisingly, they still wave at us with a friendly fanged smile on their face. Even their children are spiders now. I see one of them pick up a spider child into one of their arms caringly, and I realize as I look upon them, they really are nice creatures. However, I won't convince my dog of that, as he drags us off into the woods, never to return to this town again. In this next story, I find myself in places that I've never been before. Some of them are really nice, others are places I wouldn't ever care to visit, yet in the story I do unwillingly. My dog is present in this story only for a moment, but her spirit follows me throughout. If you're a cat person, don't worry, there will be episodes of cats in the future. However, for now, the story we're going to listen to is called Dog Pipes. My dark bedroom is only lit by the massive TV on the other side of the room. The TV flashes between channels as I search for something to watch. The TV hangs on a wall that is much wider than I remember. It's at least 30 feet wide and 20 feet tall. I'm amazed at how giant this TV is, but I'm also really tired, and nothing is on, so I decide I might as well try to fall asleep, but the room is getting lighter. The sun is rising behind me. Great. I must have stayed up all night again. I turn to look through the massive curved window behind me, seeing the sun slowly peek over the trees. When did this window get installed? What I used to have was a small square window. I don't mind this new window. I really like it actually. I just don't understand when all this work was done. The sun illuminates the room, revealing the massive bed that I'm sleeping on. Until now, I didn't even realize the bed was the size of multiple king beds. It has red silk sheets on it and gold interlacing throughout. I turn to look out again and can see that the window is wider than my bed. As I look out, I begin to get excited, anticipating my dog coming home. I can see the street in front of my house with some cars parked along the road and a few kids outside playing. There are a few tall pine trees that do block my sight. I can barely see the top of the hill, but I still manage to see my stepdad walking my dog home. My black dog trots down the road with a giant smile on their face. I can tell she is excited to see me soon. As he comes up the driveway with her, I remember. My dog has been dead for years now. I ask myself, why is she returning? I know I have missed her dearly, as she was and still is the greatest dog I've ever known. But she should still be in the ground where I buried her. I climb out of bed, scrambling to get ready and not sure what I'm going to say or do. All I keep thinking is, how is this possible? I rush to the bathroom to quickly brush my teeth, and when I enter, I notice everything is rusted and broken. The walls are nothing but bare plywood with cracks letting some sunlight in. The sink is damaged with dirty water and rust stains. There is no mirror, and the toilet is caked in filth. The bathroom is also really narrow and really short. I know I have never been in this bathroom, that's for sure. I hear a sound behind me and turn to face the door, which the door is now nothing more than some thrown together pieces of lumber, not the solid, shiny, white marble door that I remember. Something is coming after me. I swing the small wooden latch shut and slam my shoulder into the door. Something slams back and pushes against me. I know it wants in, and I know whatever it is not friendly. It continues to slam itself into the door over and over again. The moments of violent slams against the door suddenly stop. After a moment of silence, I can tell it's gone. Everything sounds different. I slowly open the door, and to my disbelief, it opens into a big green field with giant snow-capped mountains off in the distance. In this field are towers of pipes and pillars that intertwine like a giant jungle gym. I step into the center of all this, and my body slowly begins to float off the ground. The bright green pipes pass by me until I'm hovering above everything. These metallic green pipes look strong and seem to be waiting for something. They clearly have been placed here for a certain event. I admire how they intertwine and pivot around one another in a deliberate fashion. I try to see if there is one nearby that I can grab onto and pull myself back to the ground. However, a frisbee soars past me and plummets 90 degrees into the piping. I instantly feel my body drop from the sky. I try reaching out to grab the pipes, but they are too far away. I make one last attempt as I see the ground quickly approaching me, and a web shoots from my wrist like Spider-Man. Latching onto a pipe, I am flung back up into the sky and see the frisbee dart off again. I must catch it. The pipes were designed exactly for this activity. Swinging between the pipes, I dodge and duck under each one, trying not to fall to the ground. I turn wide, avoiding a tight cluster of them, and I am flung out of the maze. I see the frisbee plummeting as well. I must catch it now, or I'm gonna hit the ground. I shoot out a web and it latches onto the frisbee, pulling it back into my hand just in time for me to land softly on my feet. As I land with a light thud, I hear the pipes twist and turn behind me. They begin crashing down all around me, just barely missing me. One of the massive pipes slams down in front of me, creating a giant hole in the ground. As the dust settles, I begin stepping forward towards the hole. A small dim light permeates from underneath. I make my slow approach, and I am ready for whatever may come out of there as I have the frisbee in hand. I peek into this gaping hole and see that it leads into my basement. There are blue carpeted stairs going down. I latch onto the pipe with my webbing and slowly lower myself in. As I walk down the steps, I can see that I am headed into the unfinished section. The walls are dirty, pipes are completely rusted. I try to flick on the other lights, but they pop, going out immediately. I wander around the corner to see if I can fix the busted bulbs, when I see something move out of the corner of my eye. Something is lurking in the shadows. I can't see what it is, but I can tell it's hunched over and looking directly at me. There is a loud crack. The pipe above me bursts and tons of bugs rain down upon me. They bite and scratch as they fall into my hair and down my clothes. The biting is so intense, I wake wondering if something did bite me while I was sleeping. I immediately begin scanning the dark room, hoping that I am alone. If you'd like to leave a comment, find out more about this show, or just say how much you hate spiders, check the links in the description. I'm your host, Zach Miller, and thanks for listening. Have a good midnight slumber.